Okay, so I started to do a video of filling this Thermaltake distribution plate with a pump. And I got it all the way full and I had no power to the pump. So I swapped power supplies out, did a bunch of stuff. Um, couldn't get power to the pump. So I had to drain the loop, which was a pain in the ass, and pulled the pump off, tested power to the pump by itself, still no power. So luckily I have a whole bunch of D5 pumps laying around, so I threw another D5 pump in it, tested it just before I started filling it, and yeah, it's got power. So here we go. Yeah, I know you got all excited for nothing. You was like, I'm gonna drink some milk. Oh, look at that milk. Yeah. I basically just got the power supply, this power supply hooked up with a jumper so it turns on. And I was using the lights on the distribution plate so I could see the screws in the pump housing and stuff to pull it off and swap it out. I mean, I could return this whole thing, but yeah, I'm not tearing this all down and sending it back. So, and what sucks is I pushed a lot of the liquid in through the radiator, so now I'm going to have a bunch of air in the system. So let's turn this off, and then I'll hook the pump up. Okay, so now it's going to get its first drink. And rinse and repeat. Now, a lot of people I see when they fill their loops, you know, when they're late on turning their power switch off, you know, and the pump starts sucking air, that's not going to hurt the pump at all. That pump would literally have to run for at least a minute straight with no fluid going into it for the motor to overheat. So, because how the D5 pump works is basically there's an impeller and it's an electromagnet, and it basically floats when there's electricity given. And the fluid flowing through it keeps that motor cool. So yeah, literally it would have to sit for a minute to 5 minutes before you burn that pump up. I got a video that I did a while back where I just took an old D5 pump and just experimenting. I just let it sit out of a bell housing and everything running. And I mean, that thing literally ran for like a half an hour before it died. So yeah. Anyway, just a little pump education for you. Now what's going to suck is there may be some water droplets in here somewhere from when I had to drain the loop. So I'm just going to kind of go by trying to feel around the fittings and stuff to see if there's any of the fittings leaking or anything. Okay. And holy crap, those things hold a lot of water. Alright, so this should be the last one, and I should be able to keep it running. I got a lot of back pressure because having to drain the damn thing, but that's alright. It'll bleed over time. Alright, well, I don't see anything leaking. Alright. Now, just so you all know, this was my first time at doing hardline tubing, and I think it sucks. I mean, yeah, it might look nice if you can get all straight lines going through there and everything, but yeah, I'll do another video on that altogether. But I've been without this machine for about a week, and I'm a developer, so I had to just go with the tubing the way it was. And then when I ever get a 3080 or a 3090 that's got the good caps, or the new NVIDIA GPU that's coming out here in a few more days, I'll get a water block for it and then just redo everything again. So I think I got like 20 sticks of PETG left, so plenty of that. But anyway, so I'm just going to let it run overnight and hopefully there's no leaks.